Out into that traffic, we can dream of a new ride.
This
is a field that is pretty crowded, mid-size SUVs, but Ed Wallace, what we need is another one.
Actually, Tim, by the end of the year, we may see 3 or 4 more over here. Now, this is new Volkswagen Atlas. Now, just 5 weeks ago, we were at the State Fair one weekend, and I started the Volkswagen display because it had the new Tiguan and the new Atlas. And I said on air that, well, dealers are telling me they're selling the second they come off the transport truck. That's changed. Now everybody's got a good supply of them, and the number of sales may be a little weaker than we wanted. And I have spent all week driving this, trying to get my head around it on what type of value it is. It comes with a couple engines. It comes with a 4-cylinder, 235 horsepower, a V6, I think that's 276 horsepower, and I'll give it this due. It has 2 things going for it I really like. It's one of the quietest midsize SUVs I've been in on the road, and it has the absolute best braking, I think, of anything I've ever been in. It's solid, you hit the brakes, and it doesn't grab and hold you, it just slows the car down. Really remarkable. Now, going to the interior, nicely done, typical of Volkswagen, it's pretty straightforward. Has a very strong center dash screen. Believe it or not, this one's a little over 40 without a nav system. Air conditioning, surprisingly good and puts out a lot of volume. And as everybody's tried to do with this stuff, they've gone to 3 rows in midsize SUVs. In spite of that, it has unusually large room in the back seats. Now, I'm not sure it's a great 3-seater, certainly for kids under 4. But this type of room in a midsize SUV I found to be fascinating because you could probably get about 4 people 6'5" in this thing. And now, here's where you pay the price, as always, on these 3-row seat SUVs, and that is the space in the back. And you can see I left the seats up here, and it's dark, but again, not a lot of leg room going into the 3rd row. So looking at everything about this Volkswagen, let's start with the base price, $30,500. And in a midsize SUV, that is downright exceptional. This one, which is a few upgrades from there, is $43,000, and that's a couple thousand less than everybody else with similar equipment. I want to say I fell in love with it, and that maybe didn't happen, but it was actually competent in every metric I could come across without being best in class on anything except the braking and the noise level. But I was at a luxury car dealership just a couple weeks ago. I was talking to one of the salesmen about what the customers were looking at, and he said, I've never seen such a collapse in sales of sedans. Everybody coming in today wants an SUV and nobody wants a car. So maybe Volkswagen is good on their timing bringing out an SUV. With that, y'all have a good weekend.
Thanks, Ed. Ed's on the radio tomorrow, 570 KLIF. His car column always in tomorrow's Fort Worth Star Telegram as well.